I'm going to reveal to you my exact TikTok ads testing strategy that's currently getting a 4x ROAS. I'm not sure how many people are actually doing this strategy, but I'm going to show you step by step exactly how it's done so that you can replicate it for yourself. What's poppin' people, it's your boy Beast of Ecom and I am back with another video dropping nothing but you already know, value bombs. It's no secret that TikTok ads are blowing up right now. It's kind of like finding Facebook ads back in 2016. So really you have two choices. You can ride the opportunity wave while it's here, or you can get left behind. Now, I don't want to leave no one behind, so let me show you exactly how you can get your TikTok ads up and running. Now, before I do that, make sure of course you drop a like on this video, helps the channel and give the algorithm some love. And second of all, drop a comment down below and make sure of course you subscribe to the channel with the notification bell on so that you don't miss any of my new videos. Now, before I actually show you exactly step by step how you can set up these TikTok ads for yourself, let me show you a live example of a product that's currently being tested utilizing this exact same method. So this is this month. You can see here, this is February 2022. This is a brand new ad account, by the way, which is completely brand new, hasn't run anything. And you can see here that obviously it has been running only literally 2 days, okay, 2-3 days, and it's bringing in a 3.66x ROAS on this actual product itself, okay. And you can see here we only started running ads on the 15th. So if I show you there, just to show you that it's a brand new account, there's no filters on, and we only started running on the 15th, I believe. So you can see here on the 15th it brought in a 3.8x ROAS, and you can see here on the 16th as well it brought in a 3.5x ROAS. So this is the exact same strategy that I'm about to show you exactly how you can set this up and replicate this into your own ad accounts. One thing I want to say is that it's good to have a solid strategy in place, but you need to have the fundamentals in place as well. So you need to have good creatives, and you also need to know how to build a store that's actually going to convert visitors into buyers. Now, I know you probably got some questions on how you can actually get creatives, and I'm going to show you exactly how you can get creatives for your TikTok ads a little later in this video. The first thing you need to do, of course, is create a campaign. So if we just click on create here, so you want to make sure you click on conversions, okay, a conversion campaign, and you can name this whatever you want. I'm just going to call this test campaign for now. Okay, I personally like to do ABO. So if you wanted to do CBO, you could turn this on, but personally I've been testing with ABO, ad set budget. So setting the budget at the ad set level and not the campaign level. So next we just want to literally just click on continue. This is where you actually do all of your targeting, who you're going to target, what age, what demographics, interests, and all those kind of things that we set out in here. So I personally just like to go with the biggest country, which is US or Canada, to start out with. Now, depending on where you're actually based, you're not going to be able to target specific countries. So for example, if you're based in the UK and open up a UK TikTok account, you won't be able to target the United States. So how do you actually get around that? Well, you have two options. The first option is, of course, using a VPN to open up a US based TikTok account, or alternatively, you can use agency accounts, and they allow you to target worldwide without restrictions. So you can see here, I've just put the country and then the age group, and then this first ad set is going to be completely broad, okay. Next, of course, you want to make sure that you have website selected, and of course you can obviously set up a TikTok pixel. That's very easy to do, not hard. You just click on assets here, you'd go to events, and you can create your pixel. Fairly easy to do. I'm not going to cover it in this actual video, okay. But then what you want to do then is you want to make sure that you have your pixel there, and you want to make sure that you are optimizing for complete payment. Complete payment is essentially the same thing as optimizing for purchase on Facebook. When it comes to the placements, I like to select the actual placements, and I only want to be on TikTok, okay? Next, I like to turn off user comments. It's going to give you this warning. I just like to turn them off, and I don't want people to download my video as well. Creative type here, automated creative performance. I don't turn this on. I don't mess about with anything here. And of course you want to put in your countries here. So obviously I'm just going to put in Canada as well. And again, depending on the countries that you actually go with, it will show you what's available and what isn't. Now, when it actually comes down to actually who you want to target, depending on obviously the product, if you are targeting a product that is mainly for women, you would go with women, if it's male, etc. But most of the time, depending on the product, like I put in this one, I'm just going to go into 25 up to 55. There's a massive misconception that TikTok is only for younger people. And while that is true, the majority of people are still on the younger age, there are a lot of older people and older demographics who are moving over to the TikTok platform. So if you have a product which is demographically for older people, don't be put off by using TikTok as an ads platform. When it comes to languages, I just leave as all. Now, like I've mentioned, this one is going to be completely broad broad. So we're not going to mess around with any interests, anything here. We're just going to leave this completely blank. Now, when it comes down to the daily budget, you can only do a minimum of $20. So of course you want to do $20 here. And of course you want to schedule this for the next night. So I'm just going to put the 15th here, and I would schedule it at 6 a.m. okay, in the morning, and we're going to do something in a moment in time. Okay, and what you want to do is you want to do something called day parting, which essentially is where your ads are going to run at a specific time and not to run at another time, which essentially allows you to pick out the best times when people are more likely to purchase your products. So for this, I like to go from 7 a.m. to 11, okay, to 12 at night, and pretty much just run that all week. That's just the best times that work for me. You can mess about with these, and of course if you're targeting different countries, then you know you may want to go all day, but for me personally, I just like to go from 7 till 12 at night. Now when it comes down to optimization goal, you obviously want to be on conversion, and I personally like to go with lowest cost to start out the gate. Big cap is for more like scaling and those kind of things, but if you want some spend going through, just click on lowest cost. Then we can just click on next. So here is the creative page, and this is where you apply the creatives that you want people to see when they're scrolling on TikTok. So first and foremost, you want to make sure that you put in the name of your store here, okay? And then with the logo, you can put your logo here as well. Now, when you scroll down, actually, you want to obviously upload your creative and put in the text, which is here. I don't really stress that much on the actual text because it's more about the actual video creative than anything else. But put in something here, a snapshot of what the product actually does or the problem that it solves, and then putting something in there such as 50% off or free shipping, that works really well. Now you may be wondering, where on earth can you get creatives from? Essentially, you've got three options. The first option is using different clips which are already existing out there. They may be on a TikTok platform, YouTube, your Alibaba supplier, and clipping those together and creating something unique. Bear in mind that this option does have some risks if of course you don't have permission to use it. The second option is using influencers or services. So you could get the product sent out to micro influencers on the platform, or alternatively people on Fiverr, or you can use software such as Billo or Bands of Ads. The third and final option that you have is of course filming content yourself. Literally picking up your phone and just filming some content of a product and using those as your creatives. So for the call to action, you want to of course just have it as standard, and I just personally like to use shop now. And of course what you want to do is put in your URL here as well of your landing page. Now you want to leave this box here unticked, because if you tick this box, then what happens is if it performs well, then your ad will be shown on the TikTok ads library, which you don't essentially want. Now you'll notice that for this ad set, we only have one creative, and that's what we all want. We only want one ad creatives in this ad set, and I'll show you essentially how I like to build out this campaign. But for this section, we are done. Then you just literally click on submit. So now we've got our first campaign up and running. If we have a look in our ad groups, you will see that we have this one here, and obviously it's not running at the moment in time. This of course is only running one ad as well. So what we want to do then is we actually want to then go ahead and create a second ad, okay? And essentially this is going to be a different creative. So it's going to be targeting exactly the same, but we would put in a different creative. So what you do is literally just click on copy and existing campaign, and you would just literally then just click on duplicate. One thing you always have to do when you duplicate is you always have to go back in and reset the schedule time. So of course you would make sure that you set this for the following morning, just to make sure that it doesn't go ahead and start spending your money. Like I've mentioned, we'll be using a different creative to actually test out the creative. So you would need to go ahead and click on update, and of course you would click from computer and name this ad here creative 2. So now that we've got our two broad ad sets, what I would do is then go and find if there are any kind of interests that we could potentially target for this product. Okay, so you would then copy this, do another duplicate, and see if there are any interests. Now within this one, what we would do is we would of course add in both of these creatives. So rather than just having one, we would have two of these creatives inside of those ad sets. So you can see here that this one here is interest 1. And if I click on interest 1, then it's going to have both of those creatives from the broad one. So creative 1 and creative 2. Just in case you're confused, this diagram shows you exactly what I'm talking about. We have our campaign here. And you can see here we've got ad set 1, which is broad, ad set 2, which is broad, which both have a creative 1 and then a different creative. And then of course we have whichever interests that we find that fits the actual product, then we put both of those creatives within those ad sets. So creative 1, creative 2, creative 1, creative 2. And that's essentially how I'm testing my TikTok ads. So hopefully you got some value from this video and you now know exactly how you can get your TikTok ads up and running. Now, if you want to learn more from me personally on how you can actually scale your TikTok ads when you have something that's working, then check out my Ecom Beast 2.0 course. And if you use the code YouTube100, you'll get $100 off the course. If you haven't got a copy of my 100% free dropshipping ebook, then go and check that out. It's 100% free. I'll drop the link for that down below as well. If you've made it this far and this is the first time ever watching one of my videos, then make sure, of course, you smash that subscribe button so that you stay up to date with all of my latest content. Hit me up on Instagram and hit me up on Twitter, and we can try and connect on there. But that is it for this video. Take care, and I will see you in the next one.